the rookie quarterbacks, and we're just going to focus on Richardson, Stroud, and Bryce Young as we've done throughout most of this preseason. Out of those three, which one impressed you the most throughout the preseason, and who impressed you the least? So if I guess just rank it 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, so in terms of being impressive, right? That's the number you gave me.
Yep.
I would probably go Stroud, Richardson, Young. And I'll explain why. I think Richardson was the worst, but Stroud, I think, is the clear number one for the following reason. Bad offensive line, no weapons, dysfunctional offense, right? We saw what they looked like last year. And Stroud stepped in and improved every single game. The first outing was rough, right? People were already asking, like, is this a bad pick?
Absurd,
as if they don't know how the preseason works.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he was under pressure all the time. And if you look at those quarterbacks under pressure, Stroud had far and away the best PFF grade under pressure. And you could just see, like, in the way he was playing, this is a guy who's not scared of taking hits. He's going to take some hits of the Texans this year. It's exciting to see him develop and improve over every single game. Why is Richardson at number 2, even though I think he was worse? His physical abilities were on display. He made some truly impressive throws. Like, there's just a lot to be excited about. Even if he couldn't put it all together, he was bad under pressure. The offensive line didn't help him out much. And why is Young number 3? I mean, I think Bryce Young's good. I think he played quite well. I think he'll be good this year. But nothing he did stood out as particularly impressive. He did his job, and he did it effectively. But he didn't have the wow factor of Anthony Richardson, and he didn't overcome the same kinds of circumstances Stroud did.
Okay, yeah, and I thought Bryce Young did a really nice job on Friday night against the Lions. Some of his escapability in the pocket. We said, or at least I said, one of the things I love about Bryce Young is having that sixth sense, that Patrick Mahomes kind of feel to him, Aaron Rodgers a bit, when you can just make a play out of nothing. And he did that a couple times scrambling against the Lions. I thought he looked the most consistent throughout the preseason. And you're totally right. CJ Stroud, each game as they went on, you're like, all right, wow, like this guy is looking better and better. And I actually, by the last game against the Saints, started to get a little excited for what we could see from Nico Collins, Robert Woods, Dalton Schultz, Dameon Pierce. It's not the most sexy roster that you could ever have in the world of skill position players, but there's some guys there that I'm excited to see what Nico Collins can become. Can John Mechie return from cancer and live up to some of the hype that he had? There's a lot, and Tank Dell's had an impressive training camp. I like what's going on in Houston at the moment. And I mean, Will Anderson too, just to mention that play he had, like running over the running back and getting the strip sack. I mean, this guy could be, that was 2 weeks ago.
I know. You know who it was against?
The Dolphins.
It was. But you know what happened on that play? I don't want to hear Will Anderson.
Miscommunication.
Yeah. Dude, I don't want to hear Will Anderson.
I don't care.
Like came up and was like Aaron Donald.
That was a fantastic play.
Excited me.
It wasn't fantastic.
Hey, Zach. If you were against a running back in that situation, how long is it taking you to sack the quarterback?
There we go.
Me?
Yeah.
Against a running back?
Yeah.
Take me forever. Have you seen Ahmed? Salvon Ahmed? If he didn't have to look at that bad snap, if he didn't look up, Ahmed was taking him to the house.
Okay.
No, but this is my point. Is just like, I get that it's not particularly impressive at the NFL level, but you still have to be incredibly athletic, incredibly fast, incredibly strong to just blow open an NFL running back.
I think Jack does it. I think Jack
does
does
get
it.
The strip sack.
I think Jack could do it.
You think I blow up Ahmed?
Yeah. If he does,
another day of the life.
I mean, that's just what I do. Yeah.
You're right. Never mind. What am I saying?
One more thing on Anthony Richardson. He definitely did show off some of the traits that Colts fans wanted to see. I can't get it out of my head, and I like him. I'm really rooting for him. I can't get out of my head the concerns I have about his accuracy. And if Jonathan Taylor tomorrow, so Tuesday when this comes out, Jonathan Taylor, that's his deadline for getting a trade. If he does get dealt, I'm looking at that Colts roster right now, and there's not a lot to like in terms of what Anthony Richardson will be working with. It's Michael Pittman and then a bunch of big question marks. So I'm concerned. We know this is going to be an up and down season for the Colts with more downs than ups in all likelihood, but I'm a little concerned with how much he's going to progress through this season. Like, will it all be relying on his legs? He needs to progress as a passer by the end of the year for this to be a success. So that's the big question mark still for me.
I mean, you look at all these teams, Houston, Indianapolis and Carolina with these rookie quarterbacks, the high picks. Obviously, the fans of these teams will be crazy to speculate anything. They're all pretty bad situations that they're coming into. But what I want to see as a fan of these teams is just, along the way, just steady improvement as the year goes on. Some really good things, some flashes, like
Pickett
some
last
promises.
Year. Even though the Steelers were much better than these teams.
Sort of like Kenny Pickett. Yeah. Yes, just promising things that I can see, in a potential future quarterback.
Okay, fair.
Which I think I see some good qualities in every single one of them.
Yeah, like Richardson will make a throw that I go, wow, that on the money, what a dart. And then he'll miss someone who's wide open over his head. And I'm like, he got to get it consistent.
He came out against Philly. I think it was week 2 of the preseason. I could be wrong. Week 2 or week 3?
This week, yeah.
This past week.
3.
And the first drive, I think he started 0 for 3 with 3 abysmal passes.
Yeah, but then he'll come out and make a nice throw, and you're like, it's there. Just get it more consistent.
Right.
So.
He's 21 years old.
So there you go, Ziggy. That's an interesting ranking of the 1 through 3, but well explained.